good morning. Hi, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, 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 hi. I added more jingles. I jingle bigger now. I now don't just jingle when I shake this way, I jingle when I shake this way. And I jingle when I move my hands. Hi, Sumi. Hi, Lex. Hi, Piggy Pie. Good morning. Hi, 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 hi. I'm all jingly. And hopefully next time Charlie's stuff will be updated and she'll be able to hear the jingles. It's supposed to work that way. There's a setting in VTube Studio. Thank you for head fats. There's a setting in VTube Studio that's like, hey, do you want to send over your sound effects to be played on the other person's end? And I have that turned on, but it didn't play on Charlie's end for some reason. It just didn't work. Maybe next week. Hi, Erie. Hello. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. How's everyone doing? How's your morning going? Or your time? Your time going? How is existence currently for you and yourself in your space? Said not like a space alien. Said the way that normal people talk. This is just how normal people say words and stuff to each other. I'm very good at talking the way that people normally talk. This is so loud. So loud. Hello, fellow human. Hi, Earthling. I talk like Earthling do. Ha ha ha. You're EP and struggling with illustration. It's okay. You're gonna do the thing, and it's gonna be cool art. You're gonna go wow, and then we're all gonna go wow. You're gonna show it off, and I'm gonna go, oh my god, Sumi, you made that. That's crazy, and we're gonna all be so hype. Hi, Enclave. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. I'm hating it right now. That phase happens a lot with art. It's okay. It's okay. The art's gonna go through that phase and then you're gonna figure it out. Get to the other side where it's all cool. And it'll be neat. What if I eat it and it's gone? I need the Hazel art emote, Hazel eating art emote to be animated so that she's like just has like a piece of art in the corner of her mouth and is just chewing on it. Like a cow chewing on grass. But it's Hazel chewing on art. I need it. It's got to exist. Very important to me. I don't know when I'll make that. At some point though. Um I did, just so you guys know, I did do a little bit of something for you. One, Grub as an audio, like just being able to type Grub is still there if you want to test it. Test it. Anyone wants to say Grub? There we go. So you can still do that. I've also added two new ones. That used to be other sound alerts, but now they are specifically just typing in chat like stim things, which are honk and thrill. But thrill has to, I think thrill, you might have to say just thrill and nothing else. I believe I've set all of these up, so they are not, they can't be a part of in a message that says other things. Just cause I didn't want people to not be able to say thrill gore without it making a sound. But now you can make sounds and spam the chat without having to spend your coins. The sounds that take a while, that are long, those you'll have to spend coins for. The things that are more than just a little sound. Thank you for, you've changed my whole style. My look for the day. New hair, no hat.
Gub.
Yep. So true. That's just so absolutely true. Hmm. Oh, the reason I bring up honk in particular is that right now it just says the word honk, but I feel like honk needs to correlate to a creature. So as we're making creatures today, primary goal, we need one that goes honk. Hi Archosaurus, hello. Hi. Goose creature, possibly? It might be based on a goose. I don't know. I know gooses are the ones on Earth that go honk. I need one that goes honk. It doesn't have to be a goose. But it could be. Could possibly maybe be a goose. Ladybug goes honk. Little bug go honk. Tiny little bug go honk. Maybe that's real. I don't know. I've never listened close enough to a ladybug. Maybe they've gone honk the whole time. I just didn't know. And I was unaware. What about a cute little piggy? They do, piggies in real life make it sound kind of like that. That's true. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Their sounds are actually fairly similar to goose. Check in on Grubert? We should check in on Grubert. My god, good morning, Grubert. Hi. Are you tired? It is pretty early. Damn. That's okay, bud. Are you excited for new creatures? We're going and exploring the Vale and finding new creatures. Yeah. Aw, dude, Gruber loves exploring and finding out new things about creatures. Hell yeah, dude. It's gonna be a good time. You wanna say hi to chat? Oh, it's okay. You don't have to be embarrassed. They already know you. They already love you. You could just say hi. It's okay. So it's okay, buddy. Grubert, it's okay. It's okay. I know. Yesterday was weird. I know. Alternate universe we were in. But now chat's here and they want to say hi. I'm not gonna force you if you don't want to say hi to chat. I'm gonna go then, Grubert. If you're not feeling like saying hi. We're gonna go explore and see the creatures. Weren't you so excited about seeing the creatures? I know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Of course you are. It's creatures. We're gonna go down, Grubert. You're gonna come with. I'm not forcing you to. I just assumed that's what you wanted. Do you not want to come with? You don't have. You can chill out. You don't have to be in the spotlight. It's okay. We'll talk to you later. Bye, buddy. Silly goose. The one that goes honk. It's him the whole time. He's a silly goose. Hi, Rat. Hello. Hello, hi. Hi, how's it going? Hi. Grubert goes honk? I do want to, like, at some point figure out getting a mic. Getting a tiny little mic that Grubert can use. Feel like we gotta be able to hear him. I just haven't set up, like, a tiny grub-sized mic at this point. Whenever I acquire a tiny grub-sized mic, we'll be able to hear Grubert. Hear the noises he makes.
Grub.
Grub. Grub, grub. Grub, grub, grub. It's him, the grub. The grub. Croissant-shaped grub. Okay. Let me swap over scenes to where we can art. There we go. Nice. So last time the creature we really got locked in was the Almanita glider, which I think the only thing about it that was undecided is its exact coloration. I think we were back and forth on it, I believe. The last days were planning days. Today is a drawing day. Draw everything but for my game. Sometimes that's how it is. Sometimes that's how it is when you're starting projects. Time to focus on everything but the actual project. Mm. Okay. I feel like I kind of want to give this guy like a little nose. I don't know if I like the little. Ooh, maybe his mouth was too big. Maybe somewhere in between for these. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that feels correct to me. Reason I did that is I want to make sure it doesn't just look like an axolotl. I want it to look like a specifically different creature. Hi, Iris. How's it going? Archosaurus, you're on a 15-day streak? Holy shit. Also, hi, Nebula. 15-day streak? That's like half a fucking month. Holy. Hazel is here today. She's right here. She's on screen today. She here. She's so stinking tiny and little. Hmm.
Mother, guess what? I missed you yesterday.
I miss you too, Hazel. It's good being back. Being back to hang out with you. I kept trying to like redesign this, but I feel like this version's still the best one that I've drawn. Though I do also like this one quite a bit. This one's just the cutest. So many creatures? There are a lot of creatures. Okay, so here we'll do a run through real quick of all the creatures so far that we've got. Firstly, we got the Spore Whale. Descendant of a creature from the heavens. Now a Vale native. We got the Moss Mites. They're just little guys. They hang out in the moss. That's them. That's it. Um, haven't you always been here? I see no difference. Yes, exactly. Yesterday was totally normal. um, we got the Almanita glider, who flies around the Vale, through the ether, snacks on stuff, as you'd expect. We got. So this is us working on the Starfly. Still unsure what that guy's gonna look like. We have a design for the Starfly. The issue is that in every way that exists currently, it is basically just a little glow. We don't have it zoomed in on. We haven't gotten in with our microscopic cameras to look at it. So far, every time we've seen it, it's looked about like this, which doesn't give us too clear of a view. um, and we are wanting some kind of a clam. Was a option we definitely wanted, and I need a creature today. We need a creature that goes honk. We cannot end stream today until I have designed a creature that goes honk. Because right now the honk the honk audio. By the way, for anyone who wasn't here when I told you, you now have 3 new things that you can type, and they make sounds. If you type grub, it'll make a sound. If you type honk, it'll make a sound. And if you type thrill, it'll make a sound. Grub. Grub. So the honk right now just says honk. And we definitely need to... Definitely imagining some kind of big bird. I go for... I'm leaning towards trying to, like, go a bit aquatic with a lot of their inspo. I just feel like that works well with making fungal versions of them. I don't know why. The ocean just feels like it could mix well with fungus type things. So, bird, and then maybe some kind of, like... Could be penguin.
Women.
Could also be mixing some, like, Hi, Sable! Hello! I should make it so that it works when you say grub more times. It not making a sound when you say grub a bunch of times is sad. Hold on. Okay, now that's fixed. Hi, Sable. Hello. Hi. Grub. Okay, so we want bird inspo. What are some scavenger birds? We can see, like, vultures? For sure. Could be inspo. Yeah. It's like number 1. Condor. Does look a lot like a vulture. Bald eagles count as scavengers? Huh. Ooh, go for some kinds of stork. Can be scavengers. Ravens, definitely corvids. Interesting. Okay. Seagulls are definitely, yeah, they're fucking scavengers. Hi, Tits McGee. Hello. A goose bat / long tail like bat is a really good idea for this. Long tail like a possum. Let's also, I also want to find maybe like a fungus that I can get inspo from. Make sure to include some fungusy type stuff in this design. Let's see. Right now I'm like just building up what our inspo will be. For what all we're doing. The Australian bin chicken? That is quite the fucking name. Oh, I love the silhouette of this guy. That beak. The white ibis, also known as the bin chicken. This is good. Giant gecko that honks. That could be pretty good too. I feel like it probably shouldn't be too big of an animal. Just because if we're honking all the time, it's gonna be popping up a lot. It's not gonna, it shouldn't be like a Leviathan class creature like the spore whale is. It should be more like, I don't know, I'm imagining seagull sized. of a creature. So that it popping up all the time is, like, reasonable that it's in my fucking house. So we can even fit it in here. Honk. Okay. That tail looks like a weapon. Oh, I want to give it... I kind of want to give it big, fluffy legs. Like chickens, like fluffy chickens, how their legs look. Honk! We are! Hello, Starborn. We're making all the little dudes. That's what we do here. Are you doing, V? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's a good day today. It's a good day for creature making. For discovering all the creatures. All of what lies deep within the veil. Gosh. I accidentally started playing Peak. I don't know if that's something you can do accidentally. Can you start playing games by accident? I don't know if that's how games work. I feel like games are usually started pretty actively by you clicking the button that says start game. First you have to click open and then start game. There's 2 active choices that need to be done. I was drawing my little Peak guy and then started a run. Okay, maybe that might be able to be started accidentally. Maybe in that case. Uh If it works like that, then I also accidentally started playing Silksong before Hollow Knight. Piggy Pie also made a suggestion of maybe a pig-like creature. I kind of got made a dumb doodle of like, haha. But then this actually kind of getting somewhere. I was thinking about how I'd put eyes on this, but maybe I don't. Maybe it's a little blind pig creature. The veil was very dark for a very long time, so it would make sense. That they wouldn't all have eyes. Hmm. Hmm. We do love the occasional blind character. They'll just have really strong noses. We'll just be able to sniff out where they are and where they need to go. Let me look at a fucking pig. Pig. Boar. I think boar might be more what I'm looking for. Yeah. Oh, I put its arms, I put its legs way too up here. That's part of my problem. This is still in the head section, I think. I think the legs would start like way back here. Speaking of blindness, I feel like bragging about something. What do you want to brag about? What is it? I feel like this general body proportion isn't quite it either. I feel like I scooted the nose too far down this time. Not too far down for like a usual pig, but too far down for my depiction of this guy. I have a Braille Rubik's Cube that I solved a few times with my eyes closed with the lights turned off. That, so I can say I can solve a Rubik's Cube with my eyes closed and it wouldn't be a lie. That's sick! Rubik's Cubes are so interesting. I've never been able to figure them out, but I've known a few people that have been able to solve them, and every time it just looks like magic. That's coming from a witch. What is happening to me? Why am I jaundiced? What? What happened? And why? Huh? Ah. I see. Well, I wonder how long that's been happening. Since I wrote pig. Guys, why didn't you tell me I looked like that? Oh, you did. Lex tried to tell me. B said, I fear your liver may be failing. God damn it. You didn't say that I was red. What else could I mean? I don't know. We were talking about Rubik's Cubes. We're talking about Rubik's Cubes. I don't know. Sometimes people say things and I don't know what they mean. I can't let this be my fault. What am I gonna do? Accept that it's my fault and I should have been paying more attention? Solving a Rubik's Cube is bragging rights. This is very true. Can there be a mole creature? I mean, yeah. Yeah, for sure. I accidentally drew these crooked, but I kind of like that. I kind of want to keep them crooked. Crooked nostrils on this guy. And then we make that kind of like the shapes of the nostrils also what the like spots on the mushroom cap look like? Carries that shape across this. Need a mole creature. We also will need names for these. So just so we know, if anyone thinks of a name for one of these creatures that you're just like, yeah, this makes sense. It could be tied to like maybe it's like got that what kind of mushroom or plant life it's got on it or what. So far, this is the realm of names we got. We got like spore whale, moss mites, Amanita glider, starfly, and everything else doesn't have a name. So that's what you got to go off of. Yippee! Its legs are the problem. I feel like I'm really liking everything else, but getting its legs to look right is really causing me some troubles. Hmm. Might be just because its body's too short. Maybe? Cap is also crooked. I feel like if anything, it should go down this way. That immediately looks way better. Hi, Cobra. Good morning. Can I get a hyena creature, maybe? Just something that can, like, make some sort of laugh sound in the distance. Okay, I'll put some of the vague ideas somewhere. Because this list is becoming too long. And some of these are, like, they have direction, and I already know what I'm doing with them. And some of them, I don't know. Someone just liked this name. We'll have two lists. One that's like vaguer idea list and one that's more specific about stuff that's already coming into existence. Good morning, popping in alert before I get started on my day. Hell yeah. Ham Cap? Ham Cap is pretty cute. Hmm. Okay, the big fat belly helped so much. That guy looks way better now that he's got a chunky little belly. I'm annoying my community by having a false pig in my Discord server icon. That's so rude. They thought it was just for April Fools, but joke's on them. It's until I decide to get rid of it. Oh my god, that's what happened! That's what Zuby did yesterday. It was driving me nuts. I hadn't realized that's what... That's so fucked up. Zuby did that to her Discord, and I didn't realize that was the problem. Oh. Oh. Zuby also had a canvas. Oh, it's so cute. Zuby has a canvas that was just like, hey, I made a little canvas so everyone can draw birthday art together. Look how cute. Look how cute this all turned out. But it'll let me post it. It won't. Okay, cool. Trying again. Because for some reason, it just didn't do the thing. Alright. Cool. But look! Look at all the cute art that Zuby's community made. It's so adorable. Honestly, kind of want to do that for when my birthday comes around. Just, hey, we got a canvas. You can doodle on it if you want. This is the art I made. it was kind of really difficult to do because Magma does not like my tablet, like at all. It didn't do pressure sensitivity, and it was just cutting out randomly as I was drawing. So I'm proud of it even getting to where it looked like that. I knew it was Magma. Magma's good. I used to use it before it was called Magma. I don't remember what it was called before that, but it was called something. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't like how long I've ended up making this guy be. I think I want to make him stubbier again. I think he's too long. Especially don't like how, like, look at how round this cap is. I want the cap to be, like, super round like that. Make him more cute. He became too real boar proportioned. I'm a chibi. This is a little chibi world. It's gotta be chibi. Being cute. The only issue is this is definitely a creature that wouldn't be able to, like, get from island to island very easily, which is one thing I wanted to focus on they could do. So I'm trying to think what things we can do to change him to be, like, a... Boars are not very dexterous creatures. And the Vale is a place where there's, like, not very big sections of land. You kind of need to be able to move around in floaty space. So I'm trying to think how we can evolve the boar into something that can move. I think the only parts that I'm really, like, set on that I don't really want to change are, like, the nose. And once I get the cap right, I won't really want to change that. I guess we did mention a mole-like creature. Maybe I could see if I could mix this with a mole to become something that I think could move between island to island easier. Imagining him flutter kicking with his little legs. That is pretty cute. That is pretty cute, Eerie. There are some times that there are creatures that are evolved badly. And you just have to question how they exist. How they've managed to survive. I was originally putting spots on him, but I kind of feel like maybe more basing him off of a button mushroom, which has more of, like, these little texture things coming off of it. It'd also mean that I could add, like, fluff around the ankles, but the fluff is just more of the way the top of it textures. Like, it's not fur, it's just more mushroom texture. God, he's so fancy now. And then make his tail also that little texture. There we go. That's coming together. Maybe instead of just ham cap, it could be a button ham. Button ham's pretty cute. Get to like what specific type of mushroom it's based off of. Button ham. I think real quick, since we've made some good progress on this, I gotta go grab water. My water is big empty. So I'm gonna take first break of the stream just to go upstairs, refill my water, and then I'll be right back. Okay. Please make sure to take care of yourself, get food, get water, whatever you need, and I'll return. Okay. Bye-bye! Okay, hi, I'm back. I got water. Okay, so looking at pictures of moles, I feel like this actually would be a really good mix This is very cute for, like, just straight boar, but I feel like if we're making a fully new creature that's not just combo mushroom and boar, but a new animal, what if Rosie had an idea of, like, some Leviathan class creatures that would eat islands? But what if there's also small creatures that could tear apart islands, like the way moles dig holes, but it's also to get the food underground? Um, what if we kind of tried to mix this with also adding some little feelers? It's blind, so we add some little feelers and stuff to the nose. I still want to have the tusks. It needs tusks. I just like that. But then we could give it, instead of little hooves, we could give it some chunky little feet to dig through stuff like moles have. And also, it'll still flutter kick its little legs because I think that's cute. I think that's a very fair and cute point that that Eerie made. Okay, I'm just going to bring us. I want to save this as is before I make any changes to it because I think it's already really cute. I just kind of want to develop its lore and how it works a bit more. Its changes aren't based on it looking good, because I think it looks good already, but I kind of want to make it look, make it make sense to me a little bit more. What if we made it, we're mostly changing its legs and then giving it little feelers on its nose. More boar lore. Yeah. Give it some big old paws with claws on them. Give it a little chunky fat body that's close to the ground because it just kind of like scoots around like that. Oh, he's gonna dig so good. Look at this guy. That's a guy who digs. This guy digs. He so looks like a little guy who digs now. Yeah, I think mixing the mole and the pig character together to make mixture boar mole, I'm liking a lot. That's a good creature. Kind of kicks his little legs, but they're bigger legs, so it might give him a little bit more push forward through the air. Imagine these back legs might be pretty strong. They push him through the ground. I hit my knee on the door frame when I went to go get food. Oh, ow, Lex, I'm so sorry. Oh, no. The door frame into our bedroom, so I've had so many times where I'm going, I've turned the lights off, so I'm just trying to get to bed to pass out, and I will just like slam the entire half of, like, a whole half of my body into the fucking door. Because I won't see it, because it's dark. That shit sucks. Hi, Charlie. Hello. Good morning. It's a creature making day. Got a mixture of like a mole pig mushroom going on right now. Yay, creature! Love funky boar. Does it still give boar? I've given it more of a mole-like body now, and I want to make sure it's still pretty boar-like, because that was a request from Piggy Pie, was to make a pig. But I kind of want this guy to be able to dig real good, so I think that would make sense, because he could dig through the islands, and then does read as boar slash pig. Okay, cool. Cool, cool. I think the general nose shape, even with these little attachments, and the tusks are carrying the pig likeness. Pigs are also pretty good at digging stuff up anyway. I just want it to be like a burrower type body, you know? It digs through the islands, then it's got these big back feet that are strong enough to kick it from island to island whenever it's done. So it's not trapped on an island that's out of energy. I think the name we had so far for this was the button ham. Just because this is based on a button mushroom. I also got ham cap as an idea for name. I definitely think cap should be included in one of these names. Oh, my ear got itchy. How are you doing today, Charlie? You feeling okay? You're very, very eepy. Yeah, that makes sense. That is, in fact, the way the Charlie be quite regularly. You know if Rosie's streaming today? I was thinking about raiding into her. I didn't actually check her stream schedule. I should probably do that. That's where I could find when Rosie's streaming, is in the schedule. Oh, she's not streaming today. I missed her April Fool's stream. I forgot. Forgot to hop in when the April Fool's thing was happening. I'm such a silly goose. Not today? It was very funny. I'll go watch the VOD. I'll watch the VOD after this. Hear Rosie go bark, 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 yap, 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 bark, bark. Can I get a rip for my wallet? I probably shouldn't rip your wallet. The cheap smoke detectors that were installed in my house, when our house was renovated like 8 years ago, finally started to give out, so I had to buy 8 smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors for $350. Jesus, I'm so sorry. Oh. Can you not get them free from firefighters? This is the US. That's all I got to say. They'll give you like one. Yeah. I mean, the fact they'll even give you one is pretty cool. That's neat. That's something. I don't think I have a running running any of those detectors in my house. The reason is ours was way too sensitive. And so literally anytime anyone cooked, it would go off. It was going off daily. Which means that it becomes a boy who cried wolf situation if it goes off that often. Because then people are gonna hear it and it's like, oh, it's going off anyway. So it just becomes useless. So we don't have one. Means we probably need to instead just buy a better one, but we haven't done that, so, you know. Also, no joke, a genius name for the pig/boars is sus, making them a mole. Two, it's just a sus venter. Is sus a name for a pig? It is. Sus is the genus of domestic and wild pigs. Is a venter the scientific name for a mole? Have I made a sus venter, Charlie? Charlie, are you telling me that my creature... Okay. Okay, it's not actually the scientific name for it. It is, in fact, sus, though. I told people if they wanted to make scientific names, I'm not going to go creature by creature and make their scientific names because it just feels like too much for me. But if anyone has ideas and wants to add scientific names for the creatures, we can totally do that, and I will put them down whenever I make the... I want to make a section of my website, like animal website, learn about animals, and it's all my lovely, very real Vale creatures. It digs around in mole holes, so it's venting. That's true. That is true. This guy does, in fact, vent. This guy is sus. He's a pig who vents. That's so sus. That is definition sus. I want to make the nose, like, kind of bigger. Just having more dimension to it. It doesn't really have a mouth. Its tusks just kind of come out of somewhere, and I kind of don't want to figure out giving it a mouth because I think it would scare me. I think the idea of actually figuring out where its mouth is fills me with fear. So instead its tusks just come out of under nose, and we don't worry about it. Hi, Shaker. Good morning. Hello, hello. God, this is such a creature. This is such a fucking creature. I like this creature. This is a good creature. This right here, smacks top of creature. This is a good creature. Also, a carbon monoxide alarm, I think everyone should, since it's a silent killer and all. Yeah, that one we should get. Even if we don't have a fire alarm, because, because it kept going off constantly. We have a fire alarm, it just doesn't have batteries in it because we hated it. It went off daily and pissed us off, and so now it is dead. Which is a common, fix. Common fix that I have for tech. If it's broken, I kill it. I did the same thing with the terrible fans in my computer when they were dying. I did everything I could to try to clean them and make them stop making the noises. And they just weren't. And I asked Hugbin about it, and he was like, yeah, it's probably just that they're wearing down. Like, they're just old fans and they're wearing down. And so I was like, cool. Cool, I'm cutting them out of my computer then. I cannot stand them sounding like that. Speaking of, oh my god! Computer news! I'm getting a new case! It's gonna change nothing about how well my computer works. It just means that I won't have dying fans. B, did you replace them? How's your computer cooling? I have a cooler, and I have a fan. Or I have two fans. The issue is, the other thing with, like, the front fans making a loud noise, Huckman pointed out to me that those fans were doing close to fuck all. Because, yeah, they were fans. But they're fans that were, like, behind a pane of glass with a tiny crack through it. So they were loud and doing close to nothing. Because they were just, like... They were vestigial RGB fans. Yes, exactly. They were vestigial fans. They were just loud and not helping my computer cool. And so it's dead now. And so we killed them. I hate that era of PC case design. Me too. Me too. It's stupid. My case is going to be mostly mesh. It technically has a glass panel. It was just the fucking cheapest case I could get. My PC is, like, positioned behind my monitors. I don't give a shit what it looks like. It's hidden behind my monitors. I don't see it. It doesn't need cool RGB. It doesn't need, like, I didn't even need a glass panel in the side. It was just more expensive to get ones that were all mesh. The cheapest one I could find had glass in the side. Intake air important. Yeah, so... It's also a white case, because the white case was cheaper than the black case. And I don't fucking care what color it is. It's going behind my monitors. I don't see it. I don't care. I love I love cool cases, but in, like, a sense of, like, the cases Nerdforge has built. If anyone hasn't seen the cases Nerdforge builds, oh my god. I love Nerdforge so much. She's amazing. Let me see some of these PC builds that she's built. Yeah, here's one from one of her thumbnails. Look at this shit! That's a PC case! This one's the one I really love. Look at this PC! And the RGB fans are like blowing out of the windows and they glow from behind there. I love them. They're so cool. This is why I don't give a shit about normal PC cases, because I've seen hers and I'm like, these are full miniatures that happen to have a computer in them. I love them. How could I give a fuck about normal PC case when I know this exists? Like, come on. And I watched someone build that, and of course, with my artist brain, when I watch someone build something, I go, oh, this is possible, I can build that. And so now, until I have the time to build something cool myself, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna use garbage. Bless your heart, V. That's just how, it's how I am. It's how I am. As soon as I learn that, like, I can do something, I'm just going to not give a fuck until I can do it myself and make it amazing. I had that with my, like, wedding arch, where I was like, I could spend a really ridiculous amount of money for, like, a boring arch, or I could spend close to no money on an arch I made myself that looks way cooler. So, like, I'm gonna build my own wedding arch, duh. I'm going to strip bark off of giant tree limbs. I'm going to then coat all of the bark, all of those in, well, no. Then we cut them to size, drilled them all together to make like a lattice type shape, and then we coated it in weatherproofing. Because that looked way cooler than a fucking boring arch that I was gonna spend fucking $300 on? No. No, I'm not gonna do that. This cost me 40. Cost me 40 bucks, and it's gonna, like, it's way cooler. I'm gonna buy whatever garbage whatever thing will work until I can make it cool. The big goal that I have for a PC case someday isn't actually something like this, because I think it would be annoying for replacing things, and I want my PC, like, holding thing to eventually be something that's just really convenient to clean and to replace stuff with. And so my goal is to build a PC just like in a hutch. I want to take a cabinet and build my PC into a fucking cabinet. I hate when I have to open up my PC, unscrewing each of the little parts and trying to get it. No! I want to open a door. I just want to fucking open a door. I'm like in such a weird line between incredibly practical and incredibly impractical. I will tell you now, that is a pain in the ass. To what? Just to put it in a cabinet? But like once it's in the cabinet, it's in the cabinet. And it's chilling. The big things that I know would be inconvenient is like getting all your ports figured out and your power button, because you don't have a base case to build off of. Everything else, you know, that's the only thing a case has. I built one in a cabinet. If anything goes wrong, you will be bent over, in front of the cabinet working to find out, find and sort stuff out. That's fair, that's fair. Though, also with building a PC, you're doing the same thing. And just, like, make sure it's a cabinet that you're able to sit in front of. Instead of being able to sit, the computer on a table and fix it. See, but I'm imagining, like a hutch situation. So like the way you fix it is just that you are in chair, and then your computer is like at this height, right? Like your computer's just here, and this is the hardware and shit, computer stuff, and it's here, and we're sitting in chair, and you can just like fix it. It's not down here. I'm gonna put it down here. Put it up here. You know? This is where you put your bullshit wires. This is where like okay, I didn't know like a TV entertainment console. That's fair. That's fair. I could see that's good advice for like, hey, make sure to put it higher. So that it's not like terrible to work on. Part of the reason I want to build it like this is also because it'll mean that it's always against the wall. I want to have two computers and I want to have one computer and two monitor setups. The reason for that is that I want to be able to stream and be in like a tiny little stream closet space that has good audio. And also be able to like have a separate space away from husband in his office when he's working and when I'm working. But also the idea of when we are just like chilling and gaming and in normal off hours, having to always be away from him sounds like it'll make me sad. So the plan is 2 rooms next to each other. One is big office. One is, I don't know, whatever size we get office. Like tiny fuck off. It could even be just a closet. And then there's monitors here. Desk. Guys, I have crazy ideas. We're in my crazy idea bullshit setup zone. And then we have cabinet, and the PC is in this cabinet, and it wires over here. And then I have a desk that has my monitors, and then there's a desk with husband's monitors. And I can be using the computer here next to him, or I could be using it here, and it's the same computer. I have such nonsense, like, tech ideas. Creely, hello! Just stopping by for your daily reminder. You are beautiful, funny, amazing, and just absolutely awesome. Thank you. Keep being you and remember the world is a better place with you in it. That's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much, Creely. I would say you can build it on a dovetail board so you can pull the PC off of the wall to work. It's just easier to do anything on a Bobo. I mean, I'm assuming that's shortening for motherboard, with it laying flat. But when you're done, you can just lift it on the board and hang it in the hutch. That's so smart, Kuro. Kuro, that's really smart. I'm going to screenshot your message and just, like, send it to husband. I'm gonna send it to him so it's in his brain, too, as, like, ideas for when we do that. Put my engineering degree to good use? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it's very appreciated. Okay, I think this guy's basically done. Scientific name Sus Venter. Gosh, she's so cute. That's such a good creature. I'm really proud of this creature. All the spacing and stuff for whatever motherboards are online and standardized. If you plan on cabling well, it's easy to deal with. Hell yeah. That's such a good idea, to be able to take it off the wall and move it, but still, like, lean it up in there. That's genius. Yeah, we should totally do that. Yeah. So many amazing creature. Mm-hmm. We've got the our little. Where did I put my list of names? It should be at the top. I also should name things. Okay. This layer is the names. This is the names layer. We got Buttonham was our current running name. If there's any other ideas anyone has, let me know. I'll name this Buttonham for now. We got the Moss Mites. Amanita Glider, which I think is how that's spelled, right? Amanita? Omanita. Omanita Glider. Right, it was a mixture of a type of eel, the Amanita mushrooms, and then it is a glider. That's where it gets its name from. Suspigus? Suspigus Venter? Suspigus Ventius. Suspigus Ventius. That's a very scientific name right there. So there's an elephant-like creature in Avatar who sticks their tusks/trunk in the ground to absorb nutrients, and mycelium-like roots. So I imagine this guy is doing something like that with his tusks. Absolutely! So this dude could eat invasive or damaging mycelium in the soil, or eat the good stuff and destroy the island's integrity accidentally. Absolutely. What a guy. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. I love him. My office stream setup is a 2 PC setup. They all share the same 4 monitor setup that I use for work and swap between them for it's like a KVM switch. Yeah. The stream PC has like 3 cables going in it, a capture card, USB for peripherals, DisplayPort, and power. The gaming PC has a bundled pigtail of cables with slack, since all the peripherals and monitors are on a sit-stand desk, so stand needs slack to move. Gotcha. Makes sense. We need, for it being 2 monitor setups and 1 PC, we need to get basically, I forget what the name of it is. A matrix. That's what it is. For what a reverse KVM switch is. They're called matrices, from what I've seen. Or there are matrices that could function as reverse KVM switches. They're not, the idea of going in reverse is not as popular. Having 2 devices to the same display setup, far more common. Trying to find how I would do 2 separate display setups for 1 device. Yeah, people don't do that very much. But the only other solution, if it's 2 separate full computer setups, is to have, like, all of the things in the cloud, which is just kind of hoping that they all download properly and that my internet's doing good and that all of my settings stay consistent. And at some point that's going to fail and it's going to really piss me off. The normal way is of doing it is just virtualizing the second device. Yeah, that's fair. You could have two computers and one is virtualizing the other. It just sounds like it's gonna break at some point. It just sounds like it's going to break and it's gonna like ruin my day. At some point it's not going to switch properly. The direct way is just to each time unplug everything and just re-plug in the other setup. When I mentioned that to Husband, though, he went, yeah, that is a fast track to you breaking your devices because they can only be unplugged and replugged in so many times. So if you're unplugging them and replugging them in daily, over and over and over, one of your ports is going to give out. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, it also does sound just annoying to replug things constantly. You could also just leave them all plugged in. That'd be a lot of ports. That'd be a lot of ports I need to have. I guess I probably only need a 3-monitor setup when I'm streaming. It would only be, 5 monitors. And then, like, setting up a macro to turn on and off the ones I don't need, right? I'd need to add, like, extra USB ports. But also, if we're, like, custom building the computer in a fucking cabinet, you can add as many USB ports as you want, right? USB hubs aren't bad, I use a ton of them. Okay. Okay, so you just need to, like... Okay, maybe it doesn't need, like, a full switch. You would just need, like, a macro to, like, quick switch between which devices you're using. And I wouldn't know how to do that, but Husband knows PowerShell, so he could do stuff like that. I can rely on my smart husband to do stuff. He knows PowerShell, he knows Bash, he does that kind of stuff. All of that is in the type of work he does. Where he has to make code for making computers do things. I know code for stupid shit. I don't know code for like using the what's the word for it? Not kernel. Kernel's not the thing I'm looking for. What's the There's a word for, like, that's a broad term for what PowerShell and Bash are in computers. I can't think of it. But my code, I know C#. I don't know. I don't know that stuff. Also, if you don't need a super high resolution display for one of the setups, you can also use USB monitor adapters. This is smart. This is smart. This is smart. My vertical monitor doesn't need to be nice. It just shows chat. That's all my vertical monitor ever does. It doesn't need to be fancy. I do have 2 4K monitors for the rest of my setup, though. That was the last upgrade we got for my setup, was to get me 4K monitors. I fucking love them. I love them so much. I love having lots of pixels. It's so nice. It's so nice. I can see all the things. I can see all the things and it's so good. Games don't like 4K monitors though, if you were wondering. They don't. Games are not fans of 4K monitors. They throw a goddamn fit about 4K monitors. Also, if you, oh no. I play racing games on spanned triple 4K monitors. They like that even less. I can only imagine, Rat. Oh my gosh. Okay, so next creature. We gotta lock in on this creature that go honk. We need the creature that go honk. I got distracted with Dig Pig. Um, and now we need creature go honk. I feel like I should just name this the Dig Pig because I'm going to forget Buttonham and I'm gonna end up calling it Dig Pig anyway. Post me saying Dig Pig, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna end up calling it. Dig Pig is cute. Look, I mean, look at it. It pig that dig. Burrow boar! I'm such a sucker for alliteration. Oh my gosh. Now I'm stuck, but okay. I'm gonna put a poll up in the Discord for names for this. Alliteration is so fun. I'm just gonna post this creature in the Discord and have a poll that's like, hey, what's the name of this? Uh, dig pig. There's no shovel emoji? No shovel or trowel? Crazy. I typed shovel and I was like, oh, maybe they called it trowel? No? Neither? No shovel or trowel? There's an axe? There is a... Oh, there's a pickaxe. That works. No shovel. Huh. I would have totally thought there was. Crazy to think there isn't a shovel, though, right? There's a wrench, a hammer, a saw. Hmm. Mm. Found it on iPhone? Oh, it doesn't work on desktop. That is a circle. I was like, what is that? It is just a circle. I see the shovel? That's crazy. Yeah, it's just like a circle for me. I haven't added everyone in a bit. Maybe I'll do event alerts. So that's like at least people signed up to get added. The event is I want you to name this guy. That's what the event is. I see the shovel and I'm on PC? What the heck? Why is it not working on mine then? This is what I see. It's like a circle with like some little lines through it. It's not a shovel. Like a little fucked up circle. LMAO weird? Yeah. Yeah, I just assumed it was a PC thing. Okay. We need creature that go honk. We have the... Oh, by the way, for anyone who wasn't here, you can now do this. And this. And you can still do this. Yep. So, just so you know, those are there for you. And the reason I want to add a honk is that we need the honk to be a Veil creature. Duh. Duh, of course. Veil. Gub. Gub. Gonna have to buy some grub screws. Totally know what those are. I mean, obviously screws for grubs, of course. That has to be what they are. Oh, we rated before I said it, but I think a fun honking creature could be a frog, like the screaming frogs in Canada. True. I believe those... I'm trying to think of what kind of frogs those were. I don't know if I know for those. I don't know as many types of frog as I do bird. I know a lot about birds. Not as much about frogs. I do love the northern green toad, though. So much. because the northern green toad, it makes little banjo sounds. Its honk sounds like little, like, slightly out of tune banjos. Which is pretty fucking fantastic. Ah. Maybe the honking frogs honk as a means to confuse their predators, which can be that bird, and the frog makes an aggressive sound of the honking bird. Whoa. Two honking creatures, and one is meant to mimic the other as a defense mechanism? That's pretty neat. That's a pretty neat idea, Kuro. I saw your name was Purple, and I just went, yeah, that might be Rat. Big silly goose moment. Okay. So... We should definitely get some kind of a frog-like creature. Or maybe the frog has some sort of predator, but that predator its predator is the honking bird, so it's trying to, like, scare it off by acting like the predator of the predator. Got it. Could be, could be. Maybe we'll start with the top predator. The one that's supposed to make this sound, like, and it makes sense for them. Maybe a corvid-like head? Also, I don't want to make it just a bird. It needs to be, like a weird creature, you know? Gotta make this not normal. Hmm. Vulture head? We could do a vulture head. That is involving more scavenger creatures, which I do really like the idea of. Vulture. This is kind of coming out a bit peacock-like. At least reminiscent. I'm back. How we doing? We doing good. We made a creature. New creature just dropped. And it's getting named in the Discord. So if you want to vote in the poll of what its name is, it's in there. You love it? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Do you have a name for board? No, we don't even have a full design for board. We're taking ideas. If you have a board name idea. All we know about board is that board go honk. That's all we know. We have to make this is making the creature that go honk. And that's all we got. Hi, Rosie. I'm so stinky. Dude, what the heck? What the heck?
Deb.
Not grubby today? No. I'm witch. I'm me. Oh. No, that redeem's supposed to be gone. It doesn't work. That's not how you thrill anymore. It's supposed to be off. No. Currency was wasted. No. Where the fuck is it? I thought I turned it off. Not off. No. There it is. That's just not how you thrill. You go thrill like this. Currency was wasted. Fucked up. It is fucked up. It's so fucked up. Turkey Vulture is called a Cathartes Aura? Whoa. This could be devastating for the economy that you can just thrill for free now. Yeah. You can thrill for free, you can honk for free, and you can grub for free. All of the other sound alerts, I think, are too long for me to want to make them be for free. Thrill has to be a message where it says thrill and nothing else, because I don't want people to... I just didn't want it to, like, spam anytime someone said Thrillgore's name. I wanted thrill to be purposeful. Hi, Bruta. How's it going? I hope you're having a lovely Thursday. If this is the creature that goes honk, I kind of want to make it look like it laughs a little bit. Because something about it going, like, honk and it being, like, mischievous feels correct. It needs to be a mischievous creature. 20 stream streak! Whoa. Whoa. That's as many teeth as you'll have? We can only prove that I have 8 teeth. I only have 2, that's true! Is there a moss or mushroom element to this bird? It probably should have one, but I've not figured that out yet. Still not really sure about the general shape of this guy. Either. Ooh, what if he has a fanning effect? What if he has, like something that's back here? So that when he honks, he can go... Ah! And then it goes up, you know? That could be good. We are gonna go to ads really soon, so I think I gotta go to the bathroom. So we're gonna take a short break because ads are gonna happen anyway. Twitch is gonna steal you away from me for ads, so I'm just going to go ahead and go to the bathroom while that's happening. And we will be back. Unrelated, but some kind of skeletal bird of prey that has slits in their bones that whistle when they dive for prey. That'd be scary as fuck. It would. It would. It would definitely be scary as fuck. Likely also to the fish. The fish and the whatever it's going to get. But it does sound rad. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Take care of yourself, get food, get water, whatever you need. Bye-bye! Bye-bye-bye-bye! Okay, hi. Hi, hello. Hi, 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 hi. Time to make a creature. Hello. Hello, hi. Mm. I'm gonna lurk because I gotta get up and eat. Hell yeah. Fair, fair, fair. Gonna go make some lunch. Ooh. It's big food time for everybody. I'm gonna consume. I'll probably get lunch after this. Like another hour. Next break. Next break will be food break for me. This break was too close to when I ate breakfast. Not hungry yet. But I probably will be in an hour. Hmm. Let me try this again. I remembered yesterday's collection of games I have that I want to use as ref for my games. Oh! Franbo for the inventory and puzzles. Makes sense. Spiritfarer for creature and world design. Hell yeah, I love Spiritfarer. And a little bit of Sally Face for the inventory and puzzles. That's a great combo. That is a great combo of things for inspo. Hell yeah. Hi, Rosie. Hi. Hmm. see my theory on Discord? No. Oh my god. That's a crazy theory. Rosie, that's a crazy theory. Oh my gosh. Omni, red and blue, because she's bisexual? Insane. Insane insanity. Hmm. Hmm. Hair bundle file save. This is a good idea. This is a good idea. I'll do those things. I'm mostly cared for. I already took a break. I'm feeling pretty good on that front. Kind of just scribbling about trying to figure this out. Probably want this to be... Okay, so big focus of this creature is its sound. So a big mouth would make sense for it. And I like the little smug eyes for it because it's laughing. It's making a honk like it's laughing. Hmm. Bird with big mouth. Hmm. Maybe that frog inspo might be good for that, because frogs are basically just like big mouths that throw themselves at targets. Bird with big mouth is what we call a chatty woman here in the UK. That is true. That is, I do know that one. I do know that women are called, chatty women are called birds in the UK. I learned that one during a game of, we have this board game that's, like, if you, we've played this before, me and Rosie, we've played this before. It's, like if Cards Against Humanity was with magnets instead of cards. So you actually have to come up with the sentences by putting like a pile of magnets together. And Husband at one point used bird as a way to refer to a woman in his sentence, and I was confused by it. Everyone else got it. I was the only one who did not know that as a piece of slang. Literally everyone went, "Oh, that's a smart way of using that." And I was like, "What?" What, huh? This is true. The learning never stops. I don't like this at all. It was too cartoony in like a Looney Tunes kind of way, which is not, I think, generally what I lean into. I love this guy so much. I just needed a moment to remind myself that I know how to draw. Found a drawing someone did of a bird that has this big old mouth on it. It makes me want to redraw that as inspo. This, of course, can't be the final design. It's also not, I think, it's not, like, fitting of the world enough, but I want to put it here as idea. Bird, big mouth. For reference, this is what the original looks like. Bird, big mouth. Bird mouth so big. Bird scream. Ah! Hi, Harumi! We should check in on Grubert. You're so right. Grubert! Hello! Oh, buddy. Buddy, have you seen the creatures? Have you been able to see the creatures at all? No? Why not? They've been right here. We've been looking at the creatures. It's not been that many. I know it's been slow going discovering and drawing these creatures. Yeah, you want to see more of them though? Okay, well we gotta make more creatures and then we'll see more creatures. He's not the center of attention anymore, that's true. You said this is not a grub stream? Yeah, I know. I can't stop seeing his yellow teeth now. Yeah, they've been that yellow. Your teeth... Chad hadn't noticed how yellow your teeth were. I know, it's crazy. That's just how grub teeth naturally are. That's some natural demon grub teeth right there. Look, his eye whites are even that yellow. That's just how he is. Okay, I think it's more creature time, Grubert. Buddy, do you not like creature time? No? You seemed so excited about the creatures earlier. I assumed you liked creature time. You're jealous of all the creatures that we're focusing on? Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. We're not gonna forget our favorite Gruber just because we're looking at other creatures. We're gonna go work on these other creatures. We love you, Gruber. Okay, bye. Stinker. Little stinker that he is. Give Hazel a kiss from me. I got you. She deserves a little kiss. It has turned pudgy. It has become pudgy. Yeah, I want to make little guy who kind of go honk. Hotu bird? Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I can see that. God, it's kind of scary when its eyes are all black. When its eyes when it's like eyes are show the yellow, it's not scary, but when its eyes are all black, it feels like it's like possessed and it's scary. It scares me. I made him stupid. Oh no, now he's stupid. Oh fuck. Two Bird could be a good reference for this though. As long as it still looks like something that would go honk. I don't know if we're exiting honk territory and more into like screech territory. Hmm. Mm-hmm. This is not a creature that would go honk. This is a bird that is full of sadness and repeats things its past owner said. Almost looks like it should have a turtle shell. This one's capable of human speech and he scares me. You know who else is capable of I don't think it's true. I don't think I'm capable of human speech. I think that just immediately disproved that. I feel like maybe I'm not. I think actually no. I think actually, no, I'm not capable of human speech. What the fuck was that? Those fucking stupid birds are stealing my brain cells. Oh no. I can't believe it. This guy has like look at the face of this guy. This is a guy who has like a 401k. This guy like owns a like this guy's trying to like retire. I he causes me fear. I look at him and I feel fear and scare. I feel like this is the best version so far. I just don't know if it goes honk. You know? Do you guys think if you saw this and it went honk, you would go, yeah, that makes sense? Like, if this guy opened its mouth, went honk, you would go, yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, that's the noise that makes. You can see it? Okay. Hmm. I'll look at some fox art, because I want the way that people, like, artistically represent fox's eyes for this. Look at that. I think that helps. Adding the little edges to it. That's more the eyes I was looking for. Looks more finalized as a eye shape rather than this, which is just a half circle. Hmm. Hmm. That guy's up to some shenanigans. Which is what we want to see. We want to see this guy looking like he's up to some shenanigans. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Make it kind of like little devil horns, because they're little mischief makers. This creature's from the Hells originally. This creature is a descendant from the Hells. Little mischievous. Mm-hmm. Oh, that suddenly I feel like so much more confident about this guy as soon as I gave it little like horn looking things. The moment it got little horns, it was like, oh yeah, that's it. That's a guy. I'm imagining it can kind of fold up like a bat does. And that's that it kind of sleeps upside down like bats do. Some mixture between like bat sleeping behavior and seagull behavior whenever you're like out and about. This is a fucker that steals your food. This is what you need to defend. You're sitting on the beach. You gotta defend whatever you're eating from this fucker. He will take it. With no hesitation. Maybe they feed off of misfortune and misery. That's like their primary thing they eat. And so they naturally left hell and went into the Vale because they noticed the like suffering of different lost souls that got stuck there. And so now that there's less suffering, they just try to cause mischief to get something to eat. They're just hungry. They're hungry for people to be sad. Yeah, that that's a big fucking improvement between this sketch and the last one. Guy's coming along now. I also think it has more eyes that it could open up. If it's from the Hells, I feel like more eyes could be good for it. I can't believe they have the goal to do that. They might just have the goal to do that. issue with creating a animal that kind of unfurls. We've done this twice now. You have to draw them in different, like multiple times to be able to fully display what they're like. Less easily referenced. I don't like how much it turns down. Hmm. I think they have long prehensile tails. They're makers of mischief. They need something to be able to grab things really well with. That just makes sense logically. If they can grab things really easily, they're absolute menaces. Hmm. Maybe we even just like give it a bit of like a classic demon end to the tail. From the hells. Sure. Hmm. I was trying to base this kind of off of Stingray fins for its wings. But maybe if it's from the hells anyway, I just let it be more bird-like or go for more fluff. The only things from the hells we've made so far are Grubert and Hugband. So that means there is canonically a grub. There are demon grubs. And there's Hugband who's kind of goat inspired. So I could go more fluffy with this guy. And it would make sense because there is already like a fluffy creature that we've made from the hells. Maybe? I don't know. Oh my gosh, it's already been like almost an hour since the last break. That's crazy. That's actually insane. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. I do feel myself waning energy-wise, which makes sense because I need food. It is getting to where it's been like 4 hours since I last ate, so it would make sense if I'm getting tired. I don't think this guy is set and done yet. I think the head is done, and maybe some of the general composition might be done, but he feels a little bit disconnected slightly still. He's definitely this is the correct direction for this. I think this is really fun. The level of mischief in this face, fantastic. Peak, fantastic. So good. And then of course the button boar slash the burrow boar is the names we're in between. That guy's perfection. Love that guy. This guy, he's just that's it. That's the creature. Like I don't know. I don't even need to work on that one anymore. At some point I should probably make like do a little food chain chart. Though I guess it was stated in the original lore video. Hi Pauletti. Hello. Hi hi. It was stated in like the original lore video that all of these are supposed to be scavengers. Hmm. I could retcon things and have a food chain, but it's up to if I want to retcon things so that we have a food chain. Is it okay? Question. Is it a scavenger or a predator if it is hunting down the souls of dead things? Because, like, it's on one hand, it's dead. So, like, that means decomposer, scavenger. They're not killing it. But on the other hand, it is a soul, so it's technically not like it's dead, but it's not like dead, you know? If it hunts predator, guess so. Stuff that's just laying around. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Mm. Ugh. Ugh. I just feel a little bit silly retconning things to make more creatures this, like already. We're only a year into me working on the Veil, and it's, like, already shit's getting retconned. If it helps, whether or not something is dead is irrelevant to many scavengers. I don't know if that helps or makes it worse. In this case. Because specifically, Hazel in her lore videos states all of the creatures in the Veil are decomposers and scavengers. And so if we make a food chain, that's wrong. Immediately Hazel saying that is wrong. I guess, yeah, it would make it better, because if the souls have kind of, like, given up, then scavengers would eat them and treat it like it's scavenging. It wouldn't be hunting. I wanted to, if we're simplifying it, Bruta, I'd want to make it Amanita glider, because I want to base it off the Amanita mushroom. I don't want it to just be magic. I want it to be based off its mushroomness. That's why it's got the little spots. But then we made it Almanita, so that it's also referencing that the eel you were talking about. Yeah, but she's also a baby. That's fair. Maybe the baby was just wrong. The retcon is that she's a baby. You shouldn't trust her knowledge of science. Does she? She's barely. She's a baby. What, she doesn't know all the science yet. Literally a baby. God, I love this guy. Hi, lady. Thank you for checking in. I hope you're doing good. I think, though, it's about time for me to go grab my lunch. Because I'm hungry. Because I'm hungry and I want food. And that's the reasoning. The reasoning is I need to eat. It's lunchtime. It's time to big lunch. To consume. Eat Witchman? Exactly. It's big eating time. You're doing okay? I'm so glad, lady. I'm glad you're doing okay. You got some news to share? What's the news? What's happening? Also, it's been a long time since I came to the Vale. Maybe there weren't predators before because there wasn't enough energy, but the core just brings that much fucking energy to the table, and now there are predators. Context: I'm in college. Congrats! Studying to be a daycare worker. Been at it been at it for a while, and it's been pretty good. Hell yeah! I'm nearing the end. I've been taking a CPR and first aid class. And drumroll, I'm officially CPR certified. I got my paper yesterday. Hell yeah! Congratulations! Big congrats! Hell yeah! That's good shit. Veil, yeah! You're so right. You're so right, Bruta. Sorry, I just woke up. No, you're all good. You're all good. It's big soup brain day today. That's how I've been feeling. It's all good. We're managing to make creatures, and that's pretty sick. Despite the sleepies. I'm gonna go ahead, though. I'm gonna go ahead and go on a little break so I can get food. Because I want lunch. It's kind of necessary for me to get lunch. So I'm gonna do that. Pass your CPR class with a high B? Hell yeah. Good shit, good shit. Bah. High five. Okay, I'm going to get food though. And I'm gonna be back. You need to take care of yourself. Get food, get water, whatever you need. And we're gonna finish up some creatures. Okay. Bye-bye! Hi. Got a big bowl of curry. Yippee! Welcome back. Thank you. That's with wings tucked in. Well, I think the wing shape is really the only thing that I'm in the end of the tail shape is that's all that I'm really unsure about at this point. Everything else I feel pretty happy about. It's pretty cute to just have the standard little arrow tail for a demon though. I don't have any characters that have that yet, so maybe they can have it. I think that's the finished creature. I think I became convinced of it when I saw what it looked like when it's with its wings folded in. Little baby. It's a little mischief maker. It's a little mischief maker from hell. Look at this guy. This guy eats suffering. Just like his... Little mischief maker, yes, she is. She does not eat suffering. She eats candy and sweets. And I also give her actual real food. But that's her favorite stuff, is candy and sweets. Paint chips, apparently. She eats what chat has her eat, which is commonly not food. Veilings have given my fucking baby pica. Okay. What's the vote so far on the name? It's tied between Hamcap and Button Boar. Interesting.
Mama never feeds me. Everyone in the Vale
Not
is a scavenger,
true.
including me. Cough cough. And just 100 souls a day I can afford bread that's already moldy, and sausages?
Hazel, you eat plenty. You eat lots of food. I don't leave you starved. Well, I love the name Button Boar. It's pretty cute. I'm quite a fan of Button Boar as a name, too. I think boar is nice in the name. If it's left up to me picking, I'm gonna pick one of the ones that includes boar, probably, because it's like it works for both it being a pig and that it bores into the earth. I know that's spelled differently, but you know, it's B-O-R-E for like digging, right? Yeah, to make a hole, B-O-R-E. The boar. The boar is pretty cute too. It's so stupid it might work. Yeah, if the vote wasn't like already up, I would include the boar in there. Too many names to choose. Yeah, this one's just really apt for good names. Like, some of them I feel like I gotta struggle. Like, what name can you even give this thing? But this one's just like, it's built to be named. It is, like, that is what its purpose is to be named. That's just how this guy works. How he functions. So yeah, then we just need a name for this guy, is the next big thing. Our creature that goes honk. Birds are named stupid things all the time, that's also true. This is very true. How do we feel after he's all drawn? If this guy goes honk, are you gonna go, yeah, that makes sense? The great-breasted honker. Looks too cool to honk. Yeah, it might screech rather than honk. Skitterwing? That's a fucking cool name. That's a dragon-ass name. Trying to draw it with its mouth open so we could see if we think a honk could be what leaves that mouth. Looks like it laughs maniacally. Maybe it's like a mimicking bird. I could see this mimicking and making a bunch of different sounds. It is trying to cause mischief, which does make sense for it, like, causing a bunch of different sounds. The great-breasted heckler? Heckler's really good for this. Heckler is so good as a part of this name. Is this the honker? I think so. That's what we're going for, is the one that honks. Being this one. Look at this guy. He's from the Hells! And now he's here. Ancestors have not been in the Vale as long as the Spore Whale has been in the Vale. Spore Whale's been in the Vale a long time. Enough time to really evolve. This one, I think, has come over from the Hells relatively recently. Not too changed from its Hells counterpart. Just recently learned. Recently in terms of history. Like, not within the last couple years. It's been here a long time. But recently-ish came a resident of the Vale because it learns that it can gain its food source, which is tormenting others. It's pain and suffering. It eats pain and suffering. Can consume it. Hi, Tyler! I feel like just Heckler Bird. It's like, it's straight into the point of like what it does. Call it a Heckler Bird. We can also, in quotes, call it the great-breasted heckler. It's a cute bird? Oh, thank you. Or the great booby. I think there already is a great booby. I believe there is a bird that is the great booby. I know there's boobies of different colors. Heckler's just so good. What a fire thing to name this. Actually insane, Bruta. That's like one of those levels of like someone says spore whale. Like when Sumi said spore whale and I was like, yeah. Yeah, actually, that's what it is. Heckler bird has me on that same level of like, no, yeah. This is a heckler bird. I don't make the rules. That's just a correct name. That name is just correct in this instance. That's what we got. We still gotta make what the starfly looks like. Small poll in the chat. I want to ask which of these directions you guys like more for the starfly. One, two, and three. Them nice and big and visible on the screen. Okay. There's a poll. There's a poll for you to pick your current favorite starfly. Which one you're thinking looks the nicest? Three, really? Interesting. I was leaning towards either one or two. Interesting, interesting. Okay, okay. Three reminds me of Mothman. I do love Mothman, so... For me, three looks like a cicada. Yeah, I think we did use some cicada inspo for it. I think we did. Three's the most bug? Yeah, but yeah! Bug is good? Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, ride the line of wanting things to be, like, identifiable as what they are, but also wanting to make sure things look fucking weird. And so, it being, like, so much recognizable bug made me go, oh, I don't know, maybe it's not cool because it's so bug. But then that, like, has the counterintuitive nature of, like, ignoring the fact that bug is cool, you know? Just sometimes that's how it is. I like this guy. This guy's so good. The number one, I love that it's just like a dumb, like, shrimp slash leech with wings. It's so stupid looking. Look at its face. It's so stupid. Two just has like, its legs are just a good shape. I don't think I'm convinced of anything with two except for its legs. I love its legs so much. Okay, if three is what we like, then I can work on maybe cleaning up three. Have that as our starfly. I guess also I'm allowed to have multiple kinds of bugs. I don't have to go, yeah, the first design goes in the garbage because it wasn't picked. I can have both of these. These are different enough that we could just say yes and. No, not allowed? Damn. Illegal. This guy doesn't look like he would glow, also. Six Wings looks like a star. That's true. It's like a little star. What a good lineup of creatures we've got so far. Just the recap of what we've got. We got the Moss Mites. Love these guys. This was my first attempt at drawing at them. This was my second attempt, and I fucking love them and their perfection, and that's it. That's what they look like. Like, I don't care. They're just like little ant guys, and I just adore them too much. I adore them too much for them to get changed. Is there things we could do to make them, like, fit into the world better? Maybe. Do I care? No. I love them too much. Maybe they're from the Hells too. They can be like Grubert. We got the Spore Whale. A descendant of a creature from the heavens. Got little mushroom barnacles. The way it glows, I'm so happy with how that turned out. Almanita Glider. Still unsure about the color of it. I do kind of like the red, but I don't know. The red's mostly just because this guy is based off of Amanita mushrooms, which are red. And that's like really all the thought process for the color. Starfly, which we're going with this one for what a starfly looks like. The clam thing, which we don't have, like, it settled as to how that looks. It's just kind of vague ideas. Heckler Bird, who is done. This guy's finished. That's exactly what he looks like. And then the button boar, I think is the current leading name. Hamcap is also leading. We're tied between Hamcap and Button Boar in the Discord currently. But yeah, that's all our creatures. That's all our creatures so far. Oh, well, we don't know the name of this guy yet. We do know that he is scientific name Suspigus ventius. That's him. That's Suspigus ventius. Sus? Sus is the scientific name for a pig. It's the only reason. We do know it's not a Dig Pig. Dig Pig got no votes. Dig Pig is not the name. I'll leave it as Burrow Boar for now. Because, I don't know. Among Us. Look at this guy. This guy fucking vents. This guy's sus as fuck. He digs. Part of the inspo with him digging, Rosie had an idea where, since there's not really any big islands in the Vale that's not collected into big land masses, maybe that's because there are, like, big Leviathan creatures that break them up. I was thinking along that line, if there are big Leviathan creatures that would want to crush up islands, that means there's stuff in the islands, and so there's something that would want to dig. And this guy would also be breaking up the islands by means of dig. And so this is kind of a mushroom, kind of a mole, kind of a pig. Hell yeah. Okay. I'm going to need to, like, get money to commission people for help for getting all these creatures animated to put into the Veil. More creatures we add, the more of an undertaking it is. 5-stream streak? That's like a whole work week. Hell yeah, Shaker. Good shit. This is good. Oh, also for anyone who has just come in, so that you know that you can do this. Deb. Just so you know. Since all those used to be redeems, I'm trying to make sure we know that they still exist. They're just not redeems anymore. Stupendous. Honk. Honk, honk, honk. I think, I was saying earlier, I think all the other sound alerts are ones that are long enough that I wouldn't want them to cost nothing. Because if they got spammed, I would have a bad time. If they were able to be spammed infinitely, I would have a bad time. Oh, definitely. The spammable ones need to be, like, very short. They need to be less than like half a second. I have a fun clip of that, actually. Oh. Of just, like, someone's getting spammed with long audios. Honk is super fun. It is! It is super fun. I think I could see this guy making a honk sound. I don't know if it'll be this honk. I might make him a custom honk. Could be pretty fancy. Pretty fancy, give him a custom honk. If you don't mind me sharing from another streamer. What's the streamer? Also, sure. Go for it. Duck Saint? Let me see this. Let me see this. That's so good. Oh my god, it just goes. Not as bad as I was expecting. It's a very satisfying sound. It's not irritating only because that sound is just very good. The redeem was only 1 point for like an hour, then he changed it to 250 so it couldn't be spammed like that again. That's fair. That's fair. After an entire day of listening to Grub, I've realized that the Grub sounds are ones that, like, they just don't, like, get on my nerves, really, at all. It getting spammed, like, it's just so good. It, like, I don't know. It scratches the brain. I've thought, I don't know how people would feel about this. Thrillgore's Thrill is just an edited cut of the song Thriller by Michael Jackson. I don't know if everyone knows that, but that's the case. That is what that sound is. It is just, that is a very short clip from Thriller by Michael Jackson. I have thought about making, like, getting a custom audio that doesn't have the, like, music in the background, of just, like, trying to figure out some creature sound that sounds more like it's saying thrill. I don't know. We'd have to workshop it for sure. I'm assuming it's cut short enough that I likely never would be copyright struck, but also I don't want to test it. Kind of the same with this one. I think he said it's 1 for some reason. I don't remember. Very good, very good. I think though, I feel like we need more, like, sounds, but I also don't want to just, like, fill the redeems with a bunch of different sounds. So I might make more that are just, like, you type them, and if they're short enough, we can allow them to be spammable by just you type something and then it happens. I've heard those referred to as, like, stim audios. Audio stims, that's what, Moonbitch calls them. You can't be copyright struck for a clip that's, of a song less than 3 seconds, legally, I mean. That's fair. That's fair, that's fair. Okay. Then we're chilling. It's just if we wanted to, like, make it, I don't know, make it something else. Maybe. I don't know. It's also so, like, that's the sound, so I don't even know what I would do to make a sound that is correct for Thrillgore. That one just is what Thrillgore sounds like. But I do want more sound redeems. I was supposed to give Hazel the ability to do mimicry so that she can make sounds, but we've just not done that because we have to upgrade the other Veil stuff. Ah. Have to upgrade things. Which is, though, also, by the way, Rosie was saying she was thinking that her section of upgrading the Veil she might be able to get done, like, in the next 2 weeks. Which is pretty cool. Then it's just all the stuff that I have to do, which is quite a bit. But it's good with a baseline of all the stuff that Rosie's done, because it's a lot of stuff I don't know how to. It's code things that I don't know how to do. Damn girl pressure. You don't have to, like, meet it within that deadline. You were just mentioning it, that you were like, "Oh, I think I might be able to get this done pretty quick." I have no expectations for when this update of the Veil comes out. You're doing such good work, Rosie, and it's so appreciated. I have to now. Now I have to. Now I have to add in a battle pass and microtransactions. No! Fuck! Not the Veil microtransactions! Shit! Damn! This is terrible. This is terrible news. Think, with this progress made, though, I kind of want to end stream here. Grubert, can you stop? Please? Grubert, I don't know what you're doing with my hand. You gotta chill. We got 2 creatures fully drawn.
That's me, microtransaction, and you have rights. Constitution says you do. I can be your lawyer if you pay me in cookies.
Michael Transaction. Attorney at law. The jingling when I dance! I've not danced since we added sound effects. Women. Jingle, 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 jingle. There's all so many jingles. I'm really the jester for you guys now. Now that I jingle. Now that I jingle and jangle all the time. It's just how it is. Okay, let's see who's around for us to raid into. Oh, I've not seen this person before, but that art is so cute. Are you also doing art? That is so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, who's around that I know? Let's see. Let's see here. Pushes up my glasses. Peppermint Swirl is doing some art. I'm down. I'm down to go hang out in Peppermint Swirl's channel. That sounds good to me. Thank you guys for hanging out today. I've had a good time. We made good creatures. And we have many ideas. We have more ideas for more things. I'm excited to do another creature day. Or just maybe we do a day where we make, like, we clean up some of this and we get it ready to go in, like, maybe a journal on the website so that you can go and see, like, maybe I don't have to clean them up to, like, full nice clean line art, but make them look like they're pages in a journal for someone studying animals. Let's do that. Let's do that. That sounds fun. Actually, I've decided we're doing that. I want to. The reason we're doing it is because, haha, I want to. Hee hee hee. I hope you have a good rest of your day and a lovely weekend. I will be back next week as we get started on more things, make more art. Here is your raid message. Make sure to get it copied. Go give Peppermint lots of love. She's also making art, making very cute art. See you tomorrow. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow, Rosie. Hee 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 hee. Hee hee. I'll see Rosie tomorrow. I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I'll see you guys soon. Okay. Bye-bye! Have a good rest of your day. Bye!